Aquarius, hi. This is your story. I have been sitting here with the cards and the energies for a little bit, and if this is going on with you, God bless you. Um, the story is so powerful. It's so gentle but heavy at the same time. So let's start. The first card we have here for the archetype is the orphan. So what you're going through, this card is so, there's a flower, there's a young child's hand, toddler's hand, and a serpent. This is a state of being that it's deep. It's like something inside of you wants to be experienced. You want to be experienced. Words are so, this story is so beautiful. I'm so emotional, I'm gonna cry. You want to be experienced. There's so much inside of you. So for example, orphans in a way are givers. I don't want to cry. They're givers. It's like when you accept a child into your life, when you adopt them, I think most people realize that it's not more or less, but it's almost like they bring more to your life than you could ever bring to theirs if you really pay attention. And so it very much feels like there's been something inside of you that wants to be seen or explored or shown or come out to the world and to be experienced. And so far you've just felt it's just been put away, it's been stuck, it's been alone. And so the next card we have here, the thread. And it literally is, this is like, it's coming today as a lifeline. It's like something really just wants, it's almost like this orphan's been alone for so long, the heart stopped beating, and this just wants to give it a jolt, like a lifeline, like whatever it is that is inside of you that wants to be experienced. It's almost like it's almost like if this toddler was here at the bottom and it grew up and now it's an adult hand, which if you're watching this video, you're likely more of an adult than a toddler. So, and now you've been in this alone place this whole time, and now you see a red thread that just falling down into your, let's say, cave, and now you just have to grab onto it and keep pushing up and keep pushing up and keep pushing up to get this thing out of you, to come out into the world. But if you notice, you don't have any idea. All you know is that you're in darkness and you're gonna come to a bit of a lighter place, but there's so much unknown in between here, and that's just, that leap of faith, that like belief in yourself. But no matter what, at the very, very top is a rainbow. It's gonna be happy, it's gonna be worth it. So that's going on inside of you, and especially this is also such a great card for the times that we are in now with the isolation and the quarantine period. It's such a, like, you've been isolated. That's what feeling alone is. And so you need to go within and figure out what is that thing that brings you to life, that you are supposed to give to the world. What is that gift within you that you were given, that you were born with, that you are meant to offer the world? And of course, if you resonate with being a starseed or the concept of it, once you go through this, it's almost like you're activating the starseed codes inside of you. It's your starseed origins, your starseed qualities. It's like once you find that, you have to go within. You have to do this work and go within and push yourself out and figure out what it is deep inside that wants to be experienced. And then as soon as you do, and as soon as you put action towards it, you'll crack that egg. You'll be reborn. This is like a rebirth. The first card we have here for the animal spirit deck is the otter spirit. It's more in focus there. You are never alone. So these two otters, and they form a heart, and they're very cute, and it came out right above this orphan card. And so often the feeling of being an orphan until you find yourself is to be alone. You feel so alone. And there's I almost want to generalize it to everybody, but I don't know, and I shouldn't, but I feel like everybody knows that feeling of being alone at some point. Maybe not everybody, but I would bet the majority of us has had a little inkling of what being an orphan feels like and what being alone feels like. But the card here right above the orphan that came out is you are never alone. That very much feels like a spiritual card, of course. You're never alone in terms of, I'm about to cry, guys. Spiritual team and spiritual entourage. The second card we have here is Coyote, the Coyote spirit. And it says trust in divine detours. So some of you being in this isolated place, in this place of going within and finding out whatever it is inside you that wants to come out, that wants to be reborn, is making you feel like perhaps you're wasting time, or it's taking too long, you just don't get it, and you might actually get upset and frustrated with yourself. What are you doing? What is this? Why do you feel stuck? This is telling you trust that doing the work is actually within the divine plan. That you were given this time not to waste, just as a little, it feels just like a detour. It shouldn't feel like a waste, that kind of thing. And then the last animal spirit card is the wasp spirit. It says sometimes life stings. I'm sorry if you can hear that. My nose is stuffed because I've been trying not to cry. Sometimes life stings, and I think that's both a comment on the coyote spirit, the detour. It really sucks, that situation that you're in. It's been, especially now that you're isolated, especially now, I think we're all getting a lot more restless about being indoors. I think we're all ready to go back out. But you're not ready yet. You're still in this sort of cocoon phase, in this egg. There's still something that you aren't seeing that is coming for you, that you need to go within to find. And so we have a lot of Shaman Oracle card that came out. Usually not this many come out. But from the Shaman Oracle card, I'm getting the story that for some of you, this is, your career, your job, your essence, your whatever you have to offer the world. And for others, this could have been a relationship. Perhaps you lost a relationship, a lover situation. A love situation was terminated. And that's why you feel here now, and now you're in, from that feeling, from that start is when you're truly going within, because you don't have those distractions or so, and you're going to find yourself and be reborn. And I say that because let's start here with excuse me, I really want to cry. The owl. It's just so beautiful. This whole like rebirth here, just from going within and finally finding what you have to offer the world. So emotional for me. So this right here says you're in this period of wait because there's something you need to see. There's a higher perspective. There's more guidance coming. There's something that you need to be patient and pay attention to around you that you need to see. That's why you're in this feeling of a detour. That's why you're in this stagnant place, is because there's still something that you don't know, that you're not seeing, that you need to act on or be aware of. And so the next card is the Sweat Lodge. And the Sweat Lodge speaks of If you were to go to the very core of the earth, the magma part, or even beyond that, it's almost like a representative metaphor for yourself. You have to go deeper and deeper within yourself to really find your core value. And this goes hand in hand with this energy over here of the detours. Like perhaps you feel frustrated because going within and doing this work to really keep digging to the very bottom it's exhausting, and it would be easy after a while to want to give up. But the next card here says the flow. To me today, this card feels like a surrender card. Surrender to the flow, let go. So if you're, because it doesn't feel like you're heartbroken, like the heartbreak from this relationship is as strong as the pull you feel that there's something else waiting for you, something bigger, that there's a bigger reason why. Like it stings, it sucks, but you can feel it within that there's something that's waiting for you. And so this card to me is saying, like, surrender to the flow. Do not give up. Go within, go deep. Do not give up. Get in that flow of meditate, ask questions, pray, whatever you need to do. Get into that flow so you can find your passion, so you can find that flame, that fire within that's going to give you the answers you need. This is the answer right here. That fire and offering energy within you. It's almost like what fire do you have within you that you have to offer? Doing that work is going to reveal itself to you. And here's the block. Here's the little thing that's been in the way, which is probably why you're still stuck and in the stagnant energy. It's because whatever you're going through is related to some ancestral patterns and it's called the curse, but it doesn't feel as heavy right now. It feels like you're almost coming to the end of this pattern, of this whatever you've been stuck on, and you're about to really find out what you need to let go of, what you need to release, what has been in your ancestral DNA, ancestral history that has been passed down, and it's your turn to go in and release it and really. And if you are an orphan, then this is definitely the curse of that, is probably the lonely aspect there. Maybe it's too hard for you to let people go, or you feel abandonment really strongly, or loss. This would cause you, for example, to stay in relationships way too long after you've known that it's just not going to work out if you keep going that way. But you stay there for much longer than you've known you should have walked out of, or fixed it in a different way, and you didn't. So that's why you perhaps feel stuck. This is your block right now, is that you're finishing some karma from your ancestral patterns. And once you do that, and to do that, it would help you to have a child's mind or a child's eyes, which means look at everything as, like, I don't want to say a game, but look at things from that innocent perspective of no judgment, just like, whoa, that curiosity, yeah, that childlike, like, I'm not judging you, I'm just curious, what is this? And just keep asking questions. Have that light energy about it to really, so that you can really pull in the answers. And then once you do, the staff is here to let you know that once you do those changes for the right reasons. So if your karma is that you owe something to someone, there's a debt that needs to be paid, or there's a pattern that needs to be broken, make sure that you do it for the right reasons. Make sure that you don't walk away from that relationship because you got tired, because you stayed too long. Make sure that you learn the lessons from that relationship before you walk away from it. Or if you learn the lessons and you figure out, oh, I can stay in it now, maybe that's even better. But so this is saying, make sure that you use the staff for good to finish this cycle. Make sure your decision comes from this place, not from a malicious place. As you can see, there's no like raven, crow cards, sorcerers. There's nothing here that's deep subconscious underground. I feel like you're really coming out to the very last bit of this karma, of this lesson, and it's getting lighter. And then the last card is the sun. And this is, if it were traditional tarot, everybody would be like, oh, this is positive, it's the best card, and it means that no matter what, the outcome's gonna be positive, and you're gonna win, you're gonna love it, and you're gonna be happy. In this deck, of course, as you can see here, it's not like this person looks all of that happy and sunny and sunshine, and oh, it's not gonna focus, I'm sorry. So the shadow aspect of the sun is, what have you been giving too much light of yourself? Have you been way too positive, or turning everything into a positive that you'll never learn the lesson because you need to integrate both light and shadow? Have you been only looking at certain aspects of something, of yourself, or a relationship, or a bond, whatever this could be? Of course, this could be, you know, family and friends, co-workers, you know, the whole shebang. But the point is, the shadow of this card is, if you've been giving too much light away, you're exhausted. You can't no longer go. You probably feel depleted. Bring it back. Bring it back. Make sure that you find the light within yourself first, so that you can be reborn. You know how these eggs hatch is if you keep them very, very warm. And if you keep giving your lights away, you can't hatch this egg. Forgive my English. The egg won't hatch. It needs your warmth. This is inner work. This is your own rebirth. This, the word that just came to mind was resurrection. It's like you're born again. It's like you've had your human birth and now your spiritual birth is coming along. Holy crap. I don't know what that just happened that came through. But this is, if you are a starseeder, if you resonate with that concept, this is your spiritual rebirth. You've had your physical birth. You've gone through this in the human realm. You are now going to be reborn as a spiritual entity. Not a spiritual entity, but your soul now is going. It's almost like you're going to get aligned. You're going to get in alignment with your higher self. You're going to reach that enlightenment. And find what you really are meant to be here for, and then become that, and then give of yourself in the right ways. Don't overgive of yourself. Don't shine your light too bright that you're the one in the darkness. Keep it even. Keep it balanced. So that's it. That's what I have for you. If you're going through this, good luck. And I love this story. And I will see you next time.